Right, hello there my friend, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a great day so far. And man, look at my forehead, it's actually sweating. Here in England, temperature is pretty high, which is very unusual in English scenery, right? But anyway, that's besides my point. That's not what I was trying to get at in this video. But my point is as the title of this video suggests, the question I am asked the most, which is the question I actually love being asked, because it's one problem that I seriously struggled with, and I even struggled with it months, not only before I knew how to solve it, but months after, because it is understandably a hard concept to grasp and really know how to actually overcome it. Do you know what I mean? Even if you know what the whole theory is behind it, because we don't know how to actually practically apply it unless we're given the proper guidance, right? Do you see what I mean? So this question is simply, Jake, how do I lose stubborn fat, particularly stubborn belly fat? And as I do work with a few clients who, let's say they're in their late 30s, their early 40s, even early 50s, then there's also the question of not only losing stubborn fat, but also doing it when working around a slower metabolism, which I can perfectly understand, because yes, if you do burn a fewer amount of calories a day, whether it's your total daily energy expenditure, or simply, yes, if your metabolism slows down and you burn fewer calories, then at first it may feel like you're at a disadvantage, which I can understand, because it makes sense on the surface. But the truth is that really all humans are kind of at a disadvantage, whether it's a slow metabolism and you burn fewer calories, or your age or your height, whatever. But the thing is that we can always overcome it, right, by focusing on what truly matters. So in the case of fat loss, with the only way you can literally lose stubborn fat and fat as a whole in your body is a calorie deficit, where you consume fewer calories than you burn. And so in the example, if you have a slow metabolism, the way in which you can overcome it, right, if you burn fewer calories in a day, is simply, eating fewer calories than, let's say, an 18-year-old or a 25-year-old who has a much higher metabolism. So at the end of the day, the way in which you want to lose fat sustainably is the usual rule of thumb of being in a 500 calorie deficit. And so, if someone burns 2,500 calories a day, then they would want to, if their goal is purely weight loss, then they would want to consume 2,000 calories a day, so a 500 calorie deficit. If someone burnt 3,000 calories a day, they'd want to consume 2,500 calories. And then again, if someone burned, let's say, 2,200 calories, then they may want to aim for 1,700 calories. Do you see what I mean, of how it all ties in, of how even if, let's say you're over 40, you have a slow metabolism, you can still actually use the principles of what causes fat loss to then use it in your favor for your goals and needs, so then you can lose the stubborn fat you desire. Does that make sense? And as you do this, I really want you to be aware, because I made this mistake so much when I was younger, right, is avoiding flashy object syndrome. What I mean by that is you really want to avoid things that appear sexy and that they appear that they work, but they aren't really the biggest contributors. So I'm talking, focusing on specific meal timing, or focus on doing more ab workouts, more cardio, like all these things which they appear sexy because it's like, oh, if I do more work, surely I'll get more results in return. But ultimately, it's just doing what truly matters, which is being in a calorie deficit. And I can understand, when I started out, nutrition was hard for me, because I just didn't know what to believe on the internet. And that's where, because I was following the wrong guidance, I'd have massive swings in my energy, my mood, my digestive system, and ultimately just wasn't satisfied. And really, I was truly dissatisfied with what I saw in the mirror, because I just didn't have the right guidance or proper help in hand to really achieve the results I desired. And in this case of just losing stubborn belly fat, not once, but for good, right? Do you know what I mean? And I know you watched this video, my friend. If you have literally been trying so many diets for years, you don't deserve to suffer like I have. You deserve to be given the solution, right? Because I know you deserve to sculpt a body you're proud of. So with that said, my friend, I just want a quick confirmation. Give me a thumbs up in this video if this is making sense. awesome, sweet. So, you know, to wrap things up again, just focus on what truly matters and understand that you really can lose the stubborn fat you desire. You've just got to focus on what truly matters. So, you know, if you have been living under a rock recently and you haven't heard the news of the fact that me talking about this, I've actually launched this week an exclusive free 7-day online workshop which teaches you how to lose 15+ pounds of fat in the comfort of your own home, even if you're over 40 with a slow metabolism and don't have time to go to the gym. I was literally so excited to press publish when I launched the workshop, because this goes far beyond the scope of my YouTube videos, and this gives you the exact details in the workouts, mobility, the nutrition program, meal plan samples of what exactly you need to move the needle forward so you can shred the fat you desire and feel freaking awesome in your pants once again, because that's what we all want at the end of the day, isn't it? So if that is something you're interested in, then you can click the link in the description below and simply you'll be directed to request access to join the private Facebook group, and then if it is approved, then I will then give you a full guide over a 7-day period of how, again, you can lose the stubborn fat you desire by focusing on the most effective nutrition principles and methods to achieve exactly that. Once again, thank you for taking the time to watch this video, my friend. I look forward to seeing you on the other side and seeing you in day 1 of 7.